You guys all come back to your senses, wake up, whatever you want to call it. You're in some sort of large, spacious room. There's a lot of comfortable chairs and stuff in there. All the furniture looks very old timey to all of you. Also outside, normal traffic is kind of like a hum, but the traffic here is more of a chunk, 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 which definitely just screams horses to you. It sounds like there's a lot of noise in Jesse's world. It sounds like
you can mute yourself until they get out, Jess.
Okay, thank you.
It sounds like there's a lot of horse traffic and such going by, and it definitely smells like there's a lot of horse traffic going by. The lighting in here seems to be oil lamps and such. Those who have been to the White Dove before know exactly where you're at. There's a butler standing by. He's dressed very nicely, and it seems that he's in the process right now of serving tea, coffee, or stronger drinks, if you'd prefer.
All right.
And he says, "Will there be anything else, sir, to Freddie?"
Any bacon, or are you still out?
He glares at you, turns on his heel, and leaves.
Maybe you should order some. All right, let's talk. Yeah, I'll go look for our guests, so to speak. See where
Which
they are.
guests?
The two of them.
Oh, they're
they with me,
in the
or?
room with you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All three
Cool.
of you are saying. You start to get up, you look and go, they're here. Drinking coffee with
All right,
me.
well,
That works.
I recognize Doc Yang, so I'm like, nice to meet you again, Doc. Hope everything's well with you.
Yes,
No.
so far so good. It's good to see you are well,
Yes.
reasonably speaking.
Real quick, let's see. Corey, please describe your character.
Middle-aged Japanese-American, sort of clean-cut, professional, decently built, average sort of looking guy.
Excellent. Could you please describe Freddie?
Basically the picture on Roll20 is what I look like. I'm more on the skinny side, not like anorexic or anything, but relatively fit, but not like muscle toned or anything. I'm currently wearing an inside out turned jacket with a black inside out turned jacket with white trims along the edges and just normal pants and shoes. And I have a sword on my side and some kind of, well, okay, I'll just tell you what it is. A lightsaber on my belt on the other side.
You discover sitting with a sword on in a regular chair. Such a pain in the ass. You pretty much have to take the scabbard off and lay it across your lap.
Yeah.
Corey will vouch for this from years of Nero. Jess, could you describe your character, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm like, I want to say like early 20s, so like adult, but young adult. And I have I want to say just like basic clothes on, like basic street clothes, like nothing special, unless I still have those clothes from
Asylum.
Yeah. Do I still have those on?
Probably yes. That was the last time you played. You were wearing those. So
Yeah.
what do yours say? Lunatic across them or something?
No, she had like
Mine
an
says
orderly.
orderly.
Okay, orderly. Excellent. She's wearing plain white clothes that say orderly on them. Yeah. Hopefully you'll get new clothes at some point.
I think I'm dressed currently like a 1800s cowboy gentleman.
Yeah.
Nice. So it appears that you guys are in a quiet place. Well, relatively quiet. You've got some street noise outside. Nobody seems to be messing with you, so you're able to just drink a few coffee or alcohol and chat, if you wish.
So I turned over to the new person I haven't met before, and I'm like, my name's Aeolus, but everyone calls me Freddy because apparently no one knows how to pronounce my name. Who might you be?
Thank you. I'm Allie.
When I first started here, I was with Allie. We were in the asylum together.
Oh, you've been
with
to
another
the
gentleman.
asylum.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yep.
about it. Did you see the screaming lady?
I feel like I want to say yes, but I don't know. Give me like a minute.
Because when I was there, I just left. I just saw bloody footprints on the ground. And I was like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think we saw a screaming lady.
No, we saw a baby on a ceiling. We saw a lady who was being treated for postpartum depression. Her story was pretty basic. It seemed like her family had committed her. She had had a child but didn't know where it was. She was severely depressed, but was not aggressive in any way, really. We met a conspiracy theorist, guy who believed in the aliens were coming. I posited that he was likely from either like the Roswell era or in that time period. We met. Who else did we meet? Some weirdo in a pink suit, I think, was.
Wait. Pink suit. Did he have weird teeth?
He might have. He was like sucking on a baby bottle or something like that.
And you saw him in the asylum?
Yes, he was when we were there.
Yeah, you might want to... I've seen him before. He tried to kidnap me or something. I don't know. It was actually in this building. So I suggest if you see him, stay away. Just FYI. So can you since Doc, I know a bit about you already. Obviously, you're a doctor, but Ali, tell me about yourself. Where you from? What can you bring to the table, so to speak?
Well, I'm a forensic doctor, so basically I work with basic medicine. The cats are doing something really weird. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, so I basically work with I think it was like how and why people died, and that, forensic, but medicine. If that makes sense. I don't
So
know
you're
how to
like
explain it.
a doctor detective. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to use a gun or a sword? Any weapons? Can you punch someone really hard in the face?
I think I know how to use like basic weapons. Like I know how to use like
A pistol,
yeah, and
a knife.
clubs and like
No helping, Corey. No helping.
You could help.
No helping.
Alright. And what about obviously you know about medicine and those sorts of things. Are you skilled in, just for no apparent reason, business or bargaining, or do you have any
I don't
Do you have any
think
knowledge
so.
of spices? No, okay, no, knowledge.
No.
Okay, just checking. Alright, well, right, well, I don't know what the two of you
Oh, please
know
get
about
rid of
where
the
you
cat
are.
out of the room. Please get rid of the
Yeah,
cat out of the room.
he's
Just push him out into the hall. Close the door. It'll be
Well,
okay.
I'm on the top bunk of a bed, so I can't really do that.
I'll get him. I'll get him.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I got the screaming one. That's always nice.
How many pets do you have there?
In the room, I don't know.
No, I mean total.
4.
Good God.
That
explains-
would kill Logan.
It would. It would. I'd go fucking nuts. One is bad enough. We've got one here and it's really quiet and I fucking hate it. So that explains the headphone cat thing, though. She's turning into one because all the rest are peer pressuring her.
Oh, I know exactly what superhero she would be.
Aha!
Well, okay, we only have 3 cats. We have 1 dog.
Peer
So,
pressure.
you know.
The dog will turn into a cat eventually.
Yeah, I think it's already happening. Anyway.
All right, he's back.
All right.
So now that sorry, go on.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of a customary thing that the so-called ever so slightly more experienced guy briefs the less experienced guys. Never really done this before, but I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of a buttload of information that makes you want to kill yourself. I'm not gonna do that. Doc, I believe you already know about Zog and his generals briefly from our last encounter, yes?
I'm sorry, what?
You know about... Alright.
He was staring off at that distance.
So,
Good coffee.
right now, the most important, well, probably the most important thing that's going on in this pseudo-reality that we're in, there's this Prince of Chaos called Zog, Z-O-G, and he has 3 generals supporting him in his quest for, I would assume, reality domination or something, but basically he's in the process of amassing a giant army to do who knows what, probably something bad. And his 3 generals, one of them is a guy with 4 arms, the other one is a dark-skinned lady with a glowing sword, and the last one is some gendered individual. We don't know if it's a man or a woman in a robe with a smiling mask. We've established that in order to defeat Zog, it would be of great benefit to first take down his 3 generals, as they are somehow feeding him more and more power. Now, unfortunately, I'm not the most combative person in the world, and from what I gather, neither are the 2 of you. But that doesn't mean we can't still help in the effort. So unless the 2
I have
of you
some martial arts background, and I'm okay. And my parents insisted on traditional training, so
I don't know if you really want to go and punch a dude with 4 arms.
I know. I'm not saying I'm at all
I know. I'm just
specialist. But if a thug were to try and attempt to rob us, I might be able to defend myself. I'm just throwing it.
yeah. Well, I'm sure all three of us can defend ourselves from the odd ruffian, but taking down
All right.
a general, whole different story. Anyway, that doesn't mean we can't still help. So obviously, if the two of you have something in mind that you want to do, I'm all ears. But I think since time is kind of the essence, doing a bit of a recon, information gathering, finding out strengths and weaknesses of at least one of the generals could help. It would also provide us with some more information on one of the zones that I personally haven't really explored. So that's one thing we can do. And who knows, if we're brave enough and if the stars align just right, we might even be able to take her down, given the right circumstances. But we'll see. So that's kind of one of the things that we might be able to do today. The other thing, which shouldn't take too long, I hope. Um, mm, have either of you been to MMO land?
I have not. And neither
Right.
is she.
Well,
I don't think.
I'll happily take you there, but basically we have a deal with this dwarven kingdom to deliver them vast quantities of spices, which we kind of promised without actually having a source for them. But anyway, that doesn't mean we're not gonna try. So one of the things we can quickly do is get a truck, head over to Gotham. Again, I don't know if either of you have been there. Um, buy some spices, go back to MMO land, drop them off, and then head on over to Cyberpunk, where one of the generals is, and explore, find out where she is, etc., etc. So that's one of the things we can do. Do either of you have any general? The one in Cyberpunk. We don't know her name, but she is a dark-skinned lady with a glowing sword. Any questions from either of you about anything, not just what I mentioned?
Did anybody or everybody solve the riddle that's printed on the ceiling of the asylum?
I don't even know what the riddle is. Because, as I said, I just left.
Okay.
Do you have the riddle written down?
Yes.
I know
You do too,
Yeah.
Oh,
Go-
where am I?
Tell
Oh,
Alex what we got.
okay.
Freddie.
So okay. So do you want me to tell him the words or do you want me to tell him the letters?
Well, tell. Okay, so here's in a lot of the rooms in the asylum were letters, like written on the ceiling, all written in the same penmanship. When we wrote all the letters down,
Oh, font. Yeah, they were all written like by the same person.
they were written by the same person. Yeah. When we wrote them all down, they seemed to make words that made sense. So we can give you the letters or the words that we put together.
I mean, I'm not really an expert. Well, I do have a skill in cryptography, so if this is some sort of code, I might be able to decipher it. So yeah, go ahead and tell me what you saw.
letters or words?
Both. Why not?
Okay. So for
Actually, the words might speed things up, but realize that
Oh,
some
yeah,
of
do
them
the
can be
words then.
rearranged.
Yeah, do the words then, sure.
so and I think there's some that we didn't do the words for, but oh, never mind. I think we did the words for all of them.
I think so. Yeah.
We have 2 B, sit, zog, which now makes sense. Should die, as in DYE. Will I, as in EYE. Shadows, it, present, sit, regain, seeks, reading, and then all. And I think that's it.
Well, Zog definitely rings a bell, obviously. Shadows. I'm assuming by shadows, they might be talking about the different zones or realms that we're in. The rest.
I know it probably needs to be shuffled into a logical order. It's just that when we first figured out all of this, we had no idea who Zog was or what the situation was or anything.
Yeah,
So
basically he is the Prince of Chaos.
we weren't even
He's-
sure if that was
yeah.
a real word or not. Actually, we're like, what is
Yeah.
that?
The
Yeah,
fun thing is that this
yeah.
is only one of at least 20 plots that was brought up in just one session.
Yeah. And we may not have found like all the words, or I may have written some of the words down wrong. So there's that.
I don't think so. I verified too. I believe that that's the most likely combination of letters to make the words, but I can go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that.
Tell you what, if before I forget, I reach into my backpack, rummage around a little, and I pull out a little silver bracelet, and I hand it over to Allie. Obviously, I encrypt it and hand it over to you.
It looks like it doesn't have ornaments on it and stuff. It's just a plain silver bracelet he gives you. But before he does that, he taps on it, and then like a hollow screen thing. Actually, yeah, this works everywhere. Hollow screen thing comes up, and then he like taps a bunch of stuff. It looks like it's a super high tech communications device and such. And please let somebody know, or let Pete know that she has access to the in-game board and stuff now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yay!
So with this,
Actually, I had a thought too from the asylum. How did you get out of the asylum?
I broke out of the window.
Okay, so we created a gate. So I don't know if it's actually, now that I understand a little bit more about gates. So all the other gates that you guys have shown me have been permanently sort of where they are. This one seemed to be one that you could draw and fill in and then leave.
Oh.
And it led to Burlington. It was so we ran into a statue of the god Pallades, I think it was. The god of doors or entryways or gates in the asylum. Okay. It had a riddle on it about the midnight door. So then we went down to the basement, and there was a chalk outline of a door on a wall and a can of black paint. And we filled in the chalk outline with the black paint, and then we were able to go through the door, and it ended up in Burlington in an accountant's office, whatever that's worth. So I don't know if that means it's possible to create our own gates, or if there was something special about the paint, or there was something special about the chalk.
Well,
I don't know, but the ability to be able to create a gate where you had none might be really beneficial to all of us if we get trapped somewhere.
yes, and okay, so that specific gate, my assumption is it's specific to the asylum. But now that you mention it, I do have a way of technically creating a gate. It goes to this other zone called the halfway in. I can take you there if you want to have a look. It's basically a safe zone for travelers such as ourselves. No fighting allowed. If you do, you'll be kicked out permanently. The only problem is you need to recite this Latin phrase, which I can attempt to do, but my Latin isn't the best. And if I do this, then the two of you just say what I say and you can come with me. If you'd like, I can take you there. Once you're there, they'll give you this special chalk, which you can then basically draw the portal, and you'll be able to go there whenever you like, assuming you can recite the Latin phrase.
Okay,
So
yeah,
if
I'm
you'd
pretty good
like
at Latin.
to,
I think Allie has some Latin training.
Yeah.
oh, you do. Well, this is awkward.
Everybody speaks Latin except you.
Well, doctors have to take it because a lot of doctor stuff's in Latin.
Logan, I have a question.
Mhm.
Did we, because I know Kate mentioned it yesterday, did we tell the two siblings the Latin phrase over in the embassy?
Yes, yes. Well,
Perfect.
it's not a phrase. It's a lengthy prayer to Jupiter.
Okay, yeah, right. That's what I meant, sorry. Okay, so if the two of you would like access to this realm, I can take you there real quick. It's nothing special, but there are interesting individuals there, and you will have access to it in the future. Should you need to run away for some reason, you can just say this prayer. It takes 5 or 10 minutes,
20.
and then you can.
Well, 5 or 10 minutes if you speak Latin. For you, 20 minutes to half an hour because you're like, hey, Gandhi.
So yeah, it's up to you. I can take you over to the Australian embassy. Doc, I believe you've been there before.
Yep.
The two siblings can help with the prayer. I'll draw the portal, and then we can go through. Would you like to do this? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think having exposure to as many zones as possible is beneficial to us.
All right, and then after that we can go do the spice run real quick, and then we can do the meat of this plan for today, which is the recon over in Cyberpunk. So yeah, off to the embassy.
No problem. There are other clothes and stuff here if you'd like to change into other clothes. They've got a lot of extra clothes and whatnot. You know where they're at, Freddie, unless they're comfortable in their orderly or gentleman cowboy clothes. Actually, he looks pretty comfortable in his gentleman cowboy clothes, but I can't speak so much for the really dirty orderly outfit.
Yeah. I'd like to change if that's possible.
Go for it.
Thing.
No problem. You show her where the clothes are. They're handmade, sturdy, adventuring type outfits. Pretty much genderless clothing with heavy hobnail boots that look like they can track through whatever the heck you need with good traction and stuff on it. These are clothes not made for looks. These are clothes made to last.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. You get changed and whatnot, and then he takes you out of here, and you look around, and the city itself looks as though it's a kind of a cowboyish times mixed with some medieval stuff. Everybody uses horses, and everybody seems super busy. Like regardless of age, there's like 8-year-olds that are out with big wooden things that are getting horse dung loaded into them by other kids and stuff, because horses are constantly going up and down the streets, and they fill the streets with poop rather quickly here. And so even the kids are working hard at that. There's people selling broadsheet newspapers. There's people with stalls selling fruits and vegetables and things like that. It looks like just a very busy city. The building that you came out of is kind of, it's not like a movie theater. It's like a theater that plays and such like that would go on in. It has a lot of space and a lot of rooms and things.
That just reminded me, real quick, before we leave, I wanted to, we can just kind of gloss over it since I know you don't have everything written down, but I want to play them the video, the movie from
Oh,
the
let me
projector.
see if it'll play because of the tech level of where you're at. Oh, wait, actually, isn't that left in the Australian embassy?
I thought we left it in the White Dove.
Oh, all right. Well, let me see if it works here.
White Oven.
Pardon?
Tarot cards for this zone? I haven't been here yet.
Oh, you haven't? Yes. Then, and she hasn't been here yet either, so you guys get some cards. Let's see. Corey, you pick up the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Swords. Jess, you pick up the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands.
Oh, Freddie, a couple of things too. So I read what you were posting, or what we were talking about on the communicator, and I think I have those missing cards from the one deck, the Hangman and the cards that were missing.
Yeah,
I have those.
we completed the deck. The deck's complete.
Okay, so but I had those ones that you were looking for on that one.
We're currently in the process of building a second deck. So if you want to drop your cards off at the embassy, Joshua McKay will take them and put them towards the second deck, if that's something you want to do. And basically, what happens is when a deck is complete, it activates and becomes magical. And then we've decided, well, with the first deck, which is complete, everyone who contributed their cards to the deck got them back. We haven't decided what to do with the second deck yet, once it's complete. But we're in the process of basically testing to see what all the different cards do. If you read the boards, you'll find all that information.
Right. And then, is there a place to, like, I have the bowling ball still, and I probably don't want to carry it around everywhere.
Yeah, you can leave it in the embassy if you want.
Okay, we can leave it in the embassy. Okay, that's what I'll do. I don't know if I have like my own locker or something. So
yeah, there's plenty of storage for everyone.
Okay.
Quick out of character note: if you go into the handouts section where your character sheet is and all that, if you go down to Beastkin Lands, you'll see the Australian embassy. If you press edit, you can add whatever you want to it at the bottom there.
Sure.
Yeah, there's essentially the. I mean, you could put your name on it and stuff, and it would say like Dr. Stevens bowling ball or whatever. But
yeah,
essentially the PCs have gone with the group sharing of stuff type thing. So, like for example, if there's an extra pistol in the shared storage thing, then you'd take it out and delete it off of the shared storage and put it onto your character sheet, for example.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different gear that they have hidden in different locations around the multiverse.
Okay.
You guys head through the busy, bustling.
Oh, did the projector work? Or?
Oh shit! Let me check. Sorry. Got all about the projector. halfway. Let's see. You guys are in Gothic. Let me see what we got here.
I don't know if this is a magical projector or what.
Give me a willpower ×3, Freddy, as you attempt to make this thing go.
Okay.
Seems to be a tech thing. That would. Oh wait, no. It should work, but you're having a problem finding a place to plug it in.
Oh.
Holding the plug and looking around. What a lame place, you think. There are no plugins here. You look at the oil lamps. Yes, this may have something to do with it.
Damn it.
And it's heavy, bulky, and fragile. This is one of the old-fashioned reel-to-reel projectors. Also, you'd have to reload the film into it because it all finished up with slappity, slappity, slap. So it looks like a nightmare of pre-internet.
No, I'm not gonna.
Crap.
I'm not gonna be responsible for breaking another thing.
All right.
I'll just leave it. Yeah, maybe someone else knows how to use it.
Well, plus they'll be able to read on the in-game board what was on the film eventually.
Yeah.
But yes, you can tell that whoever this guy is, he's not really comfortable with the complete lack of technology that's going on here. The weapons and whatnot that you see some people carrying seem to be not like cowboyish, but they seem to be like plasticky looking guns and such. Definitely not regular guns, possibly magic guns or something weird like that. Looks like they have plenty of guards and stuff here, and people dress in a combination of cyberpunk, cowboy, just plain clothes, adventuring clothes, stuff like that. It looks like a huge mishmash of stuff. There's anything from old LED signs that aren't lit up that are advertising stuff through things that look very medievally made, like painted signs and stuff like that. So it's a weird mishmash of different stuff. Freddie seems to despise it. He takes you guys over to a barber shop. There's a guy with a bald head, and he has mutton chop sideburns that come all the way down, almost meeting up in the middle, but carefully clean shaven away. And he says, "Howdy, what can I do you for?"
Hot towel for me and my 2 friends.
All right. You guys sit down in the barber chairs. There are 4 barber chairs, 3 of you, and he begins to prepare hot towel shaves for all 3 of you. He doesn't seem to realize one of you doesn't and probably will never need a shave, but he prepares them anyway, and he asks Freddie, "Where are you going back to?"
Beastkinland.
All right. And them as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. And he puts hot towels over all of your faces. And when he pulls them off, he's turned into this otter-headed dude with the fur in the pattern of mutton chops. And he goes, "Shave?"
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Clem.
No problem. There's the old Disney film, I don't know if everybody's seen it, called Robin Hood, where everybody is like humanoid body and they've got different animal heads and stuff. That's this place. Everybody's got different animal heads. Let's see. Has Stephen been here before?
Yes, I've been here.
All right. Allie hasn't, I don't believe.
Nope.
Fortunately, there's no sand loss for this. It's a very Disney feeling place. Allie, you pick up 2 new cards, the World and the 9 of Cups.
Allie, please. No, wait, I wouldn't know if you had that. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. Eventually, this will lead her, Corey, to wanting to buy a Rider-Waite tarot deck so she can look at the interesting cards. And then you can summon Satan with it later. It'll be fun.
That's great.
Oh, you have one. Wow.
Of course.
Cool. Of course. Nice. Yes. It's amazing how often that keeps coming up in my campaigns. I don't know. Anyway, he then leads you through the streets. This is it's cowboys meets giant furry type people. And they all seem very nice to you guys. And they're like, hello, Australians.
I whisper to them, just don't stare, play along.
Hello. Hey, mate.
They like that. And they all of them are just greeting you and stuff. You notice a lot of the guards are rhinoceroses, and everybody's got rifles. As far as guards and stuff go, the average person seems like they'll either not be armed or carry a pistol or something like that. The town city you're going through seems to be a walled affair. Everybody kind of, it feels like a frontier town, old west frontier town. And then he takes you over to a grand street. There's like this big freaking fortress in the middle, and against one of the walls of the fortress, inside of the walled town, is this huge official looking embassy made of stone. It's beautiful. They're working on demolishing some buildings that are close to it and building a wall around it to make big embassy grounds and stuff. And there's Australian flags flying outside, and there's several guards. They salute when they see you guys coming, and they're like, hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hello, we're here to drop off a few things.
Yes, sir. They just open the door for you and such, like, yes, you belong here, obviously.
Yeah, I'll show them inside.
There's a elf guy. He's probably in his mid-teens, around 18 to 20 years old looking. Definitely an elf, pointed ears and all of that. He's wearing a tunic that has an Australian flag on it. And he says, hello, welcome to the Australian Embassy. Welcome back, Freddie. How may I help you?
My friends, well, we need to access the storage real quick, and I'm gonna need.
What would you like
help.
to put into the storage for you? Come this way. Let's get you sit down and have a meal.
All right, I'll cover it. Yeah.
There's also an elf girl, about the same age. These are obviously brother and sister. Looking at them, you can tell they're brother and sister. There's some old-looking, very small bird, like a finch, in a cage, although the door is kind of partially open, and it seems to be muttering to itself. It looks at you guys and goes, the fuck, the neighborhood's going downhill now, and says,
tail cracker.
It takes it. Damn right, it mutters.
Hey, Doc, are you interested in learning to cast magic?
That's all I'm here for, grouses the bird. Teaching you magic. You are incapable of learning anything, monkey boy.
It gives your life purpose.
What are you talking? It squawks at you and ruffles its feathers and paces back and forth on its perch. It looks highly irritated.
Guys, ask it if it would teach you magic.
I can hear you. I'm right here.
You can't hear anything? You're a parrot.
I'm not a fucking parrot. It's like kind of hopping up and down on its perch in rage.
Would you like another cracker?
Yes. It makes it. You want to learn magic?
Yes.
That sounds
it attempts to teach you air magic. Unfortunately, it is the worst teacher imaginable. It goes off on tangents. It swears a lot. First, it's going to try teaching Ellie. You have no idea what he's babbling about. And then it tries to teach Steven. Yeah, he is just the worst teacher ever. He just rambles at you guys until you get bored and wander off.
I mean, I learned from him, so, yeah.
Maybe you can teach them, lazy human.
Well, maybe I will.
I don't believe you. I don't think you know how to cast anything. You suck, it says.
I'll have you know, I can... Shut up. Go away.
Bird looks very self-satisfied, like,
I'm going to take them into the dining room.
You guys go in the dining room. This is the smaller, comfortable, kitcheny type feeling dining room as opposed to the let's have 50 people over for a big official embassy dinner type dining room. Although they probably have one of those here. This place is huge. If you wander off by yourself, you may get lost. You may never be seen again. Fortunately, there are guards that may help you figure out where you went. But yeah, you guys all get seated down. They make you some lovely stew. You're kind of curious about what kind of animals go into the stew because these guys all seem to be animals. Are they cannibalistic? These questions come to mind, but the stew tastes good. So, you know. And he says, so what were you wanting to put into storage?
I look over to Doc.
I have a magic bowling ball I would like to put in the storage. I show it.
Yeah, he's happy to take it.
Yeah.
A human skull is in there. Who did that?
I don't know. And actually, now that Allie's here, I was hoping maybe she could look at the skull and see if she could figure out anything forensically about maybe where it came from, how old it might be, what kind of skull it is.
He gets a bowl to put the bowling ball into so it doesn't roll around. And there's a human skull inside the bowling ball. Give me forensics or forensic anthropology or whatever skill you think would apply there.
I don't have straight.
You have forensics. It's under F.
Oh, okay.
Now using your new character sheet, you're able to roll it with class and style.
Yeah.
Because Corey was inputting because you make him work for you, and I like that. Holy crap.
Holy
okay. It appears to be a human male, approximately age 30. It looks like he didn't receive any special dental work. It's hard to tell because it's encased in a clear glass, or not glass, but crystalline bowling ball. But, you know, so you're rotating it around. It's a very average human skull. There's not a lot that can really be told about this individual. And you're guessing on the gender and stuff like that based on mysterious things that only you know about. But with a crit, yeah. So definitely, and it's a real skull. So, yeah. You're not sure.
We'll for the shop. Yes, if you could store this for me, I would appreciate that.
Certainly. He gets your name, sticks it on tag on the bowling ball bag, puts the bowling ball back into the bowling ball bag, and says, anything else to go into storage? Do you have any of the cards you wish to turn in? We take those as well.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll hand him my 2 cards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are the cards of any use? Wait, I have a question. Are the cards of any use if I don't turn them in, or should I just like give him all my cards?
Right now they're useless. So if you want to keep them in a safe place, this is a good place. Or if you want to carry them with you, that's up to you.
I think I'll just keep them here. So I have a lot of them.
Great. If you could make a list of the cards that you're turning in, and when you gain access to the in-game board, just post, I've turned in these cards to the embassy. Then that will make people very, very happy. I also gave you a card for asking if it'd be better to turn them in or keep them, because we've had some people that were like, it might be valuable, I'm keeping it forever, and it never does anything for them. So
Yeah.
I will turn mine in too.
Do you want to withdraw anything from the embassy while we're here?
We have a lot of different stuff in each of the rooms. If you need a room for the night or wherever, is a local tech pistol, rifle, shotgun with holsters and ammo for all of those. Also, we've been instructed if you'd like anything from the future, we have rifles and pistols that are some sort of future thing, but I don't know what they are.
There's also some finely crafted swords and armor from the dwarves, if you want any of those, or weapons in general, if you want any of those. Basically, it's all in the storage manifest, so to speak. we keep an inventory of what we have.
They
So if
they
you-
don't allow anybody except the ambassador down there, but they're happy to go and get anything you would like.
I am looking.
Allie, do you see where the storage thing is for the embassy?
1 second. I'm sorry. I wasn't able to hear what you were saying because I was talking to my sister, but I think I got most of it.
Eventually, after we get you hooked enough on this game, you'll just throw things at them and scream for them to leave you alone.
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna do that.
It is the way
I
of siblings.
would like to withdraw. How many should I take? You know what? I'd like 4 of the black grenades, please. The black spherical devices.
Okay, keep in mind they're about this big each, a little bit heavy.
Yeah, they should fit in the backpack, yes?
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of air crap in your backpack, they'll be just fine. You're worried that they'll bash up your laptop, especially if you fall off a building or something.
Yeah, I'm not carrying it with me right now.
Hmm.
Oh wait, no, that's a good point. I do need my hacking
Right.
up.
Yeah. Plus, they definitely fill you with dread when they're on you, because that's one of the fun items in the campaign, that there's no save for half damage. You may just die horribly, and everybody
no,
else too with you.
I'll take 2, and I'll give the duck 1, and say to him, "This is a dangerous, futuristic grenade.
It's a
Be careful
ball
with it."
this big, black, feels kind of evil looking, and there's a hole in it that you could probably fit your pinky into.
Don't
Okay.
put your pinky in the hole. That's how you activate it.
Okay.
We might need this just as a backup in case shit goes down, basically. So just yeah.
I okay. I got it.
Are you giving one? Are you giving one to Allie as well?
Would you like one?
I don't think I trust myself with dangerous objects.
Take a card. That's hilarious. Hold on, let me grab my blanket.
Do the futuristic laser pistols, would they fit in the holster that I have for the?
They have their own holsters and stuff.
I might take one of those. Just
FYI, they use laser pistol skill to shoot.
Oh, it's a specific skill. It's not pistol.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll just stick with the pistol then. Good.
Cool. You can take a sword if you want, or spear or whatever. It's up to you.
Yeah, I do need to trade up the sword, I think, to like a regular sword.
Do you have a dwarven sword listed on the manifest?
Yeah.
If you want to give him one of those, you could. Wearing a sword, as Corey well knows, pain in the ass. But
Yeah, it's
They can be useful though.
it's halfway down the list.
yeah, the dwarven swords are special in that their damage is stepped up one place. So instead of a D8, D10. Also, once your strength hits 80, then it goes up another place.
Cool.
Yeah, so just if you take one where it says 3x swords, just put 2x on that.
Gotcha.
Just so
Okay.
everyone knows. And
Al, if you want any tooling up stuff, don't be shy. They have plenty of weapons and armor and stuff like that here.
I would definitely probably take a weapon if you don't have one, because last time I went out, we were attacked by these crazy hairy Murloc things and Morlock
we
things.
might get attacked by them again. So
Yeah.
Might carry around a picture of Alex and just show it to him next time they try and jump me. Don't make me call this guy.
Alex definitely likes killing the crap out of things.
Well, he just terrorized the crap out of those guys last time we were there.
Were you there when they drove the car in to their lair and did donuts and then
No.
took a dump in front of their door and left it there and drove off laughing?
No, it was when he went back in there. They recognized him. They tried to kill him, and then he just massacred like all kinds of. Chased him through the portal, killed him on the other side. It was.
He's a bad man. He's a bad man. Eventually, Jesse will get to game with him, and she'll be like, "So he's here to cause mayhem, basically."
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Jess, please reduce your hand back down to 4 and check if you got any reds.
Don't forget.
Yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting those exist.
Put a check in forensics.
Yes. Don't forget to check the forensic box or tick the dot or whatever.
Freddie, if I needed to pick up a regular book that is available like during the regularly available in the 21st century, where would I go for that, do you think, or where could I get one?
21st century, my man. I've been asking myself the same question. 21st century doesn't seem to be a place.
No, I know, but I mean, like, do you think there's a place we could get a book or a copy of a book? Or...
Well, what kind of book are you looking for?
It's called 78 Degrees of Wisdom.
Oh
What
no,
year was
it's
it
back
published?
here again.
What year was it published in?
It was published in. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
Is that 1978? Am I correct in that? Eden Gray?
Yes. Yep.
1978.
That was just a guess, by the way.
No. Wait, hold on. That's wrong. It is 78 Degrees of Wisdom. The paperback was in 2007, but it was published way before then. I know that.
If it's post 2000, there is one place, but that would involve. Let's just say I'm not a skilled enough walker to take you there just yet.
Okay.
I can, but it's tricky. But if it was published in the 50s or 60s, I can probably find one in Gotham. If it's...
Man, hold on. Wait, let me... I'm trying to find the original
okay.
published date. 1980 is when it was originally published.
1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if... let me have a look through my notes. If there's any zone that might have that.
The quest for the book.
It's an excellent guide to tarot, and it may help us with
we've
the tarot card collection stuff.
We've looked in the library already for basically books on tarot. Can't find anything, but there might be one in cyberpunk because that's in the future. Maybe there's a copy lying around digitally, but again, I've never been there, kind of properly been there. But yeah,